Let's welcome back to the table anchor Edward Otto Zelke, an accomplished brand influencer and marketing leader with a dynamic background in financial services and travel marketing. Edward currently serves as the Director of Marketing and Sponsorship for the world-famous Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida. He also serves on the Gala Choruses Communications Committee. Edward, 30 Days of Pride, GMCSF shines at Treasure Coast Pride Fest debut on June 1st. Tell me what's happening out.
Thank you. The Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida will make its debut at the 2025 Treasure Coast Pride Fest on Sunday, June 1st, bringing their signature uplifting sound to Port St. Lucie for the first time. Held at the St. Lucie County Fairgrounds and presented by the Sanctuary of the Treasure Coast, the event will begin with a vibrant parade at 10 a.m. and continue with a full day of performances, food, and community celebration. GMCSF will perform select pieces, including a sneak peek from their upcoming Dazzling Divas concert. The chorus will take the stage with artists like the Little Things duo, Jaspen Casper Mosely, and Erikka Destiny Baker. For more about the chorus and the shows, visit gmcsf.org. Hotspots happening out, and Queer News Tonight is celebrating 30 Days of Pride by promoting 16 dazzling events in the LGBTQ plus community. So stay tuned. This is exciting for us because, we're going into new cities, new areas where...
It's your first time up there, correct?
Yeah, I haven't heard of, anybody really kind of going up into that area, and this is like grassroots just beginning, their pride, and you're just getting some representation up there. So, it's gonna be good for the chorus to get up there and perform, and people to get to see us up there for the first time, because not a lot of people come to see us from Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
So
right.
This is good visibility and going and showing that we're here.
And when you go up, how many members of the chorus will go? Approximately.
Well, with 180 people, it's always so hard to get, a lot of people there. But we average about 40 to 50 members.
That's a really good number.
It is. Yeah, we do bus them there, so it's going to be an all-day event where we'll bus them from here and either Sunshine.
Yeah, when you have a pool of 180 people, you would hope that you could get 50.
Yes, absolutely, and it's a great representation, to have that amount too.
And it's not that far.
No, I mean it's an hour and maybe an hour and a half.
Is that near Orlando too? So people from Orlando also can.
Right? I mean, it's going to be a drive no matter where you come from. But again, it's just highlighting an LGBTQ plus community that doesn't really get to shine so much. And now that they're celebrating Pride and they're doing their own events, it's going to be amazing. So yeah, we love to be a part of it.
Well, and it's like we always say, it's more important now than ever, right? I've been telling my friends that I'm going to every Pride that I can get these Latina legs to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I can get my forerunner to. I'm going to go because it's important for them to see the strength in numbers, for them to see that we're not backing down no matter what. And we all know that the more north we go, the more Trumpy
it is.
Florida becomes.
Real.
You know what I mean? I've got to tell you, right? And that means that we even have to show up even more for St. Lucie County. Is that Port St. Lucie County?
Yeah.
Right?
Port St. Lucie.
I mean, it's important for us to the leadership team of the chorus too, because they see this as a valuable, stake in going up there and showing our presence, And, I'm sure we'll be well received.
Isn't that refreshing? That weren't they trying to close the
Space Coast has had so many issues with P-Flag having to start the race to not make this happen, to a bunch of sponsors pulling out, to them having to raise their own money to make these things happen, and it's still happening, right? And it's this Sunday, so make sure on the way back from One Magical Weekend, I'm stopping there and I'm going to be like, woohoo, proud! It's Pride, do it. It's important. It's important, and I can't wait to see the chorus there. You guys are going to kick butt big time. Love you guys. Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida at the Treasure Coast Pride Fest on June 1st. And that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.